All right, chat. Today we are getting to House Flipper 2 finally. Finally. But as I said in the intro, we're just going to be covering sandbox mode today. Okay? I've already started a lot. Even though it's 0.41 acres, we're going to pretend that it's 1.1 acres. And I thought it'd be a good time. Oh, let's edit the property, probably. I thought it'd be a good time to just kind of experiment with things and ultimately try to build. I got a bunch of dimensions from the IRL house that my wife and I are looking at the moment. So I have a bunch of dimensions from that. I thought it'd be really cool to try to recreate it here in House Flipper 2. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully you guys are stoked. Hopefully you got your snacks, your drinks, everything like that. Do we have no sound? Is there actually no sound, or is it just that quiet? Let's test it out. Let's try to just build a wall, just a Randy wall, see if there's any sound at all. Nope. Nope, sure ain't. Sure ain't. I mean, all of that is set up properly. No idea. Chat, can you guys hear anything? No. Hang on. Hang on. We got this. Okay, that ought to fix it. That ought to fix it. Sorry, chat, that's my bad. Okay, now that I've built this wall, I gotta figure out how to remove the dang thing. Looks like it's that easy. Okie dokie. So, let's go through our tools. Yes, Arrow, thank you for letting the people know. If you guys enjoyed this stream or you've enjoyed previous streams, make sure to drop a like on this one. It would help out. It really would. Okay, tools first. We got hands, architect tool. I don't remember what that is used for. Edit wiring, so that's a new addition to House Flipper 2. Transform tool could be helpful. Item quests. Oh, to sell. So in sandbox mode, to my understanding, you can actually create a house. You can add dirt, you can add garbage, you can add whatever you want. And now you can add item quests. So you can add specific items in the house that just exist to be sold, essentially. I think that's what I'm gathering from that anyways. But that's really sick. Here's the stains and dirt. We got dirt management, trash, edit the grass. I mean, there's a lot. Oh, unpacking quests. That could be kind of cool. You just put a bunch of cardboard boxes in a house. The player's task is then to just unbox everything. We got a camera. Cool. Edit land borders. So this is the maximum lot size so far. Again, it's only, what, 0.41 acres. So maybe there'll be larger lots in the future. We can just make a hole? Okay, I gotta see what this does. We have to know. And then make hole. Okay, moving on. Not sure how to get that one to function. We have a bunch of different grass and dirt textures here that we can choose from. Circle or a square tool. Intensity, radius. Nice. And then we can sculpt as well. We couldn't do any sculpting in House Flipper 1, could we? Not at all. Got wall quests, clear surface quest, build roof, remove surface finishes, virtual walls. Oh, and fly. Oh my, this is fantastic. Oh, this is so good, dude. For most everyone, I would imagine that this would be a very underutilized feature. But for somebody who needs screen grabs of games for thumbnails, this is kind of great. It is probably only a thing on Sandbox, though, so I might not be able to use it all the time. Like in House Flipper, the original one, with the, I think it was the Farm Flipper DLC, we did get a drone that we could use. But that is so much better. Okay, what else we got though? And then build walls. I think that's actually it. And then what can we do with these? Perhaps drag stuff up there? Aha, okay. So 1 could be build walls, 2 could be virtual, yada, yada, yada. That is nice. Let's do this. Maybe transform, maybe build wall. Maybe this one, maybe that one. Maybe this one. That'll probably get us going. Okay, as I said, I have a bunch of dimensions from the IRL house that we're looking at, so I think we're going to try to just get started in this back corner here. And we'll see what we can do. We'll start by just building some walls. Inward or outward? Okay, limited by roof, yes or no. Change style. Ooh, we've got a couple of finishes to choose from. There will probably be more added in the future, I would guess. But for right now, these are all the different finishes that are available. That's crazy. That one looks nutso. Okay, pretty solid though. Then we have some wood options. Where is it? Wait. Please, God. I don't see it. Chad, I don't see it. What am I supposed to do now that there's no coarse dark oak? That was my only wood type, and it's not here. You guys would know that if you watched the current previous House Flipper series. No coarse dark oak. That is a big bummer. Oh, Uncle
IRL
T.
down payment moolah.
Uncle T, thank you so much. And thank you, Brian, for reading that aloud. That was fairly quick, I think. Usually it's a little bit slower than that. IRL down payment moolah. Uncle T, thank you for the 10 bones. We will definitely be using that on some windows if we end up getting the house. We'll see, dude. We're back to waiting again. I love that. Love that for us. Okay, how do I get back to finishes again? Q. Change style. Material. Oh, and then you can adjust the rotation as well. You can probably flip it from horizontal to maybe vertical tiling. For something like brick anyways. But I am really liking what I'm seeing in here, chat. This is pretty dang good. Wallpapers. Tons. That one's kind of sick. Tons of different wallpaper options. What is this? Metals? Okay. We got some gold. You want to build a completely gold house? Now you can. Now you can. Oh, and then unfinished drywall. See, that would be good for building a house for other people to then work on. Or yourself, I guess, if you want to make a project for yourself. That would work as well. We got particle board. What else was in there? Cork board. Decorative moss. Very cool. Very cool, Kanye. Damaged wood. Old clay bricks. That kind of looks like a German schmear. We were talking about doing that on our fireplace, so we might actually need to utilize that here before too long. Sweet, dude. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. I'm getting a little too excited. Let's just focus on the task at hand. First, we need exterior siding. Do we have anything in here that we could use for exterior siding? I don't know that we do. That's concrete blocks. We got raw cinder blocks. See, the wood doesn't seem like it has a panel to it. It almost looks like all the wood's just going to be, or the wall is just going to be one solid wood piece. So let me test this really quick. Yeah, see, it almost just looks like one big solid hunk of wood, so that's not going to fly. I need something like this. I need some type of siding or some material like that. Maybe we can use this for that? Let's see. Surface finishes. Like, why would there be different options in here? Let me know if you saw it, chat. I could have just gone right past it or something. Oh, here's all of our paint options. Very cool. I don't see it anywhere. I mean, it's got to be in paneling, I would think. I don't know. Well, for the time being, you know what? Let's just go with brick, I guess. I don't see any siding whatsoever. Okay, first dimension is going to be the garage, the Gerard. That's where we're going to start. But let's change this to probably brick. Probably brick, I guess. Clay brick? It's more like this brick, I think. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, we can change the color of the brick. Dude, this is kind of crazy, though. Maybe clay brick would look better? That's too red. It'd be nice if we could get some different color brick going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this one we can't change. Maybe we just... Oh, wait. Red brick. Classic red brick. You just can't beat it. Well, you could, but that would be weird. That would be weird. All right, so it is a 23-foot by 30-foot garage, roughly. And I believe it has 8-foot ceilings. So this should be 30. There we go. And then we just need an 8-foot ceiling. We got our first wall in, ladies and gents. That's quite a bit easier than the previous house flipper as well. Okay, so going from there then, what are the dimensions of just one block? That's 1'4", that's 2 foot. Okay. It doesn't have to be exact. You know what? I'll do the best I can. But this one needs to be 23. So with the addition of the other wall over there and another wall up at the front, that should be right. There's 30. Oh, dude, it's so smooth. It's so smooth, and the graphics are absolutely cranked up. This should be like full ultra everything, but I did disable motion blur because I think it's disgusting, and ambient occlusion because again, I just don't think it really looks all that great. But there's our garage, dude. It is coming right along. Now then, see about adding windows and stuff. That's probably going to be in this menu. We have doors, windows. Okay. So for this garage, it has really small windows. There are also windows that you could use for like going underneath your roof. That's kind of handy. Didn't have that before. Is that a 4x6? 4x8? I need something real small. I like the big circular windows too. Those are cool. That's a 2x6. That might be the smallest one. We'll see. It's actually too big. The windows on the garage, they're about half. They're about half of that window. So maybe we could find something slightly smaller. What I should have done is measured the window distance as well. Yeah, this one's bigger. Okay, I think this guy is actually going to be the smallest one, so we'll just roll with that, I guess. Oh, and we can change the... They all look so good. They all look so good, dude. Like a kid in a candy store right now. Oh, you know what? Actually, they're brown. They're kind of a chocolatey brown, sort of like this. Okay, so where would our center line be? Probably right about there. I'm gonna place one as just as a placeholder. I'm gonna put the other one here and the other one there. I think that's about how spread out they are. And then this guy we can sell. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Back into here. We need some doors. It's got like a really basic exterior door, so that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for, I think. That's an exterior door. It's not really basic because it has glass in the center, but it could work. It's already brown. Let's see what it looks like. I think right about there. Chat, new door opening and closing sound effects. It is different than before. It definitely is. Oh, you know what else I forgot is the dang floor. How do we actually do flooring? Because this is definitely walls. I mean, that says walls specifically. I wonder if that's not something we find in here. Building accessories. You can get just little bricks and things. I just need a concrete floor. Maybe we will have to actually use walls for this. Okay. We've got a bunch more decorations this time around. You know what? Let's flip through this just real quick. Just so we can get a feel for things. We got bunk beds. We got cribs. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Loads of different cabinet options. I thought that was a skateboard. It's a mirror. Some marlins. Dude, there's so much. There's so much. TVs. We got headphones. Ooh, I wonder if... Well, there's like a digital camera. I was going to say, I wonder if there's like a proper... like the camera that I use to stream and record. But it's not looking like there is. We could make something work. Also, I think it's worth mentioning there are going to be mods. I want to use that term lightly for House Flipper 2. So even in House Flipper 1, you know, people could create furniture pieces, they could create archways, they could create doors, windows, you know, stuff like that. That's still going to be happening for House Flipper 2, so people are still going to be able to do that type of stuff. But in addition to that, I think people are also going to be able to do different textures, different, I don't even know, a bunch of different stuff. A bunch of different stuff, okay? It's going to be sick. It really is going to be sick. There's our appliances. We got lights in here. Oh, dude, it just keeps going. Office chairs. Insane, insane. Okay, I'm getting distracted. And then we also have garden stuff. We got sandbox only things as well. Nuts. Okay, anyways, back to looking for the floor. Does anyone know, chat? Does anyone know what we actually have to do for the flooring? If we're supposed to be building walls, I can do that. I just don't feel like that's the move, you know? Because we'd have to put this floor like here, and then we'd have a step, which would just seem weird. But like we could do that. We would then have to move this up. But I think the only option is to sell it. There is a transform tool though. Okay. Okay. Nice. I mean, that put it to the right height. We can also rotate it. Just cancel that. Interesting, interesting. We can rotate it this way too, if you wanted your door like that. I mean, now you can, right? Now you can. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that put back the right way around. Oh no, but now it's at an angle. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should... Hang on. Grid snapping, yes. Resize, ignore collisions. Fishing rod? Okay. Ignore collisions, no. For moving things. So Q to snap to grid. We've already done that. And now we should just be able to... Okay, that's so much better. And then height. We'll just check to make sure it is actually the right height. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Perfect door. Don't usually see brick floors except for patios. Yeah, it's not supposed to be brick. In fact, let's just go ahead and change that. Right me out. Oh, clean stains too. It does that as well. So, Q. Let's change this to some nice concrete. And then actually the interior walls, I think I'm going to do with this. Let's try that. So that whole guy, this whole guy. And then I need to look at garage doors also. Okay, Q again. We can change our material. Where is... That's plaster. Where's the concrete at? That's just regular concrete. That looks pretty close. Cut pattern. Wow, dude. Wow, that's actually insane. I'm just having a field day over here, dude. There's too many options. There are too many options. Okay. So we've got that done. It's starting to look like a garage. Is there like an eyedropper tool? Like if I hit R here. Oh. You can intentionally damage an item. Interesting. You can sell or you can change the style of it. Windowsill. Yes. Dude, there's so much. There's actually so much. You can change between the handles. You can change the base color. Oh, dude, so you can actually refinish all the stuff however you want to. This is really, really cool. Handles. That's probably fine in black. I'm not sure what color they are. IRL, I really don't remember. Wow. Okay. So that's straight custom. Now we can hit Q to copy that style, and we can paste it on the windows. Can we also paste it on the door? Oh, yeah. Okay. The windows are actually facing the wrong way, aren't they? Yeah, we should we should fix that, probably. We should definitely fix that. So this guy, we just have to get... Whoops, selected the wrong one. Flipped around. There we be. It's too easy. It's too easy. Dude, all the new tools and stuff, like I'm actually going to be struggling here for a little while. So we can copy that finish. And we can fill this in. Okay, there we go. You got to click on the face that you want to change. Nice, dude. All right. I think I got that centered pretty well. It would be nice. It would be nice if there were a measuring tape or something like that. Interiors 22, so we're looking at about 11. So that should be the center. I don't really know what the virtual walls are for. But if that's the center, I think we actually want to move this window out. What do I what do I use for that again? The transform tool. Good lord. Maybe just one over? Don't you think? I think that's probably fine. Okay. Sorry, I gotta, like, satisfy my OCD, you know? Real contractors don't need measuring tape, they just eyeball it. Hey, you're probably right. You're probably right. It would not surprise me. Oh, the DM on my hat? It stands for DM. No, actually, that's what it is. New Toogii merch coming soon. Kidding. That's not what it stands for. Welcome everyone to Strem, who is just now joining us. We're doing some sandbox mode today in the new House Flipper 2, baby. I need this. Can we copy from this guy? Well, we can open the windows. That's kind of nice. Yeah, what I want to do is basically take these windows and copy and paste them somewhere else. Can we actually do that? We can! Oh my god, and we can just use our hand for it. Okay. I'm liking how there's a grid as well. That's very helpful. I just have to make sure I stay on that same line, you know? So, right there, I think. Are they up that high? No, they're actually a little lower. You know what? I think I want them up higher anyways. And they are now not equal distance apart. So I'm going to fix that on the other side. Temporary, not temporary. Let's delete this guy. We're on change style, so we can go to cell. Okay. I'm starting to pick it up now, chat. Don't worry. I'm starting to pick it up. It's just going to take me a little bit of time to get used to all the tools. This guy needs to go over just one. Nice. And then that's auto-filled since we changed the wall prior to installing the windows. Oh, and then these actually have to go up, don't they? Transform. Now I'm gonna have to paint that again, dude. Unreal. All right. Let's move on now to garage doors. See if we can't get something nice up in here. This place just had solid doors, no windows, and they are brown as well. I think they're probably close to these, I would say. And we'll go with the dark brown one for now, but we are going to have to change the texture of that. So this was the big garage door, right? Oh, and we're going to have to bring the wall height up another block, too. Let's try that. And, ooh. We're not gonna have enough space for these garage doors. Okay, I thought this might happen. I had a feeling that this could potentially happen to us. We have about 3 spaces away from the wall there. Again, about 3, and then we're just gonna double this one up. Ooh, it's not gonna let us for collision's sake. What if we put it here temporarily? Whoops. And then we use this. Snap to grid, ignore collisions, yes. And we just drag it over. Got it. Beautiful. So now that's basically 1 2-car, like, standard size garage door, and then we have the small one right over here. Okay, so now that we have that done, let's go into finishes, and let's see, or wait, no, it'd be this tool. It's a lot to take in, okay? It's a lot to take in. Have fun chat in Toogii, of course. Got to do a few odds and ends. Joss, I hope you can come back later. I'm not sure how long I will be streaming this today, guys, but I intend to at least get, like, the rough shape of this house finished today. I feel like that's the least I could do. And I hope you guys are enjoying it so far and stuff and things. Okay, let's edit this one. We're going to go with the same wood that we were using elsewhere. Actually, I kind of like this one more now that I see it in the sunlight compared to this one. Let's go with that instead. That works. Then we can copy style. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, it will apply to that as well. Perfect, 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 perfect. Sweet. Yeah, so this is basically exactly what the garage looks like. But on the IRL house, it's just boards, you know, it's just like bare walls. There's no insulation, there's no drywall, so this isn't exact, but it's close enough. I think it's close enough. Okay, now that we have this done, let me quickly... Well, should we build like a staircase or something? Is there scaffolding? We could build a temporary staircase, I guess. Surely they added scaffolding in. They had that last time. Those are all accessories. Was it? I think I saw them earlier. Wasn't it in building accessories? Yeah, here we go. Okay, that'll work. We'll just buy one of those. And we'll put that right there. And that'll do. Now, we're going to walk on some walls. Oh my god. But now all we have to do is just raise this whole thing up by 1 block. Right there. Perfect. God, this is so nice, chat. So nice. I'm really just looking forward to the story mode as well. I mean, Sandbox is obviously pretty sick because now we can literally build whatever the heck we want. Zero, maybe not zero, limited restrictions, right? I think that's kind of nice. Get our paint roller back out. Patch this stuff up. And we'll try to add a roof. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm not expecting it to go very well. Dude, so chat, I was really holding out hope that your boy was going to get early access to House Flipper 2. Obviously, it didn't happen. Because I would have had a pre-recorded series like 1, 2, 3 episodes in already. So I'm starting to think, you know, maybe I shouldn't have complained so much about having to pick up trash all the time. I'm starting to think maybe that's the reason why your boy didn't get early access to this one. I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. There's no confirmation from Frozen District on that, but I felt like we had a pretty good working relationship, and maybe I blew it. Maybe I blew it. Okay, we need... Would be nice if, while you were scrolling through this, it would actually show you down in the bottom left, like, what the shape of the roof is. I know it describes what it is. We have half hip sloped, hip corner, you know. And then if you're trying to place it down, you can see what it is as well. But just trying to add in my 2 cents. So what we need is a gable. And that should be going this direction. So we're going to start it over there. Bring it down here. No, that's not what we wanted to do whatsoever. We need to go from this corner to that corner to get it to look right. But we might also want some overhang. Hang on. Yeah, let's get at least 1 block's worth of overhang. Or wait. No, we're just moving it. So what if I wanted to, say, transform it? We could do that, right? Ignore collisions, yes. Okay, it's now resize. Perfect. I think that worked. Yep. All right, we're solid. Now that we've got to take on over to the other side. Try not to fall off the roof. And then we'll give it 1 more bit of overhang there. Same thing on this one. Just 1. Okay. Cool. I think that looks pretty nice. Go back to move. We should probably get this thing sold, maybe. Let's just get it moved. What the heck? We'll just move it out here temporarily. Okay. There is our new roof. Looks pretty good. Really looks pretty good. And then we should be able to adjust the height. So if we click on that again, yeah, height right here. I think that's actually pretty close to how it is IRL, so I think I'm going to leave that. But if we drag this slider, it's going to move it up and down. So let's go to probably surface finishes again. Or wait. Can we just move this with our bare hands? Yeah. Sure we can. It's still House Flipper. Alright, we gotta change these shingles. These things is not looking right. Yeah, the terracotta look, it's gotta go. Lawrence wants to know, are you building your new house, Toogii? Maybe. Maybe. We don't know that it's for sure going to be our house. We just finished inspection today, and they found some stuff, so we'll see. We gon' see. But yeah, I'm trying to recreate that. We're starting with the garage, something easy, help us sort of figure out how to use all the tools and stuff, and then we'll get to the actual house itself. As for the roof, we just need... Oh, this is grimy, specifically. Well, that would work for the basement floor. That's about what it looks like. We've got wooden shingles. Do we have any proper shingles? It's not looking like it. Oh, we can just do custom color wood. Interesting. And change the cut pattern. Okay. Okay, I see you, Frozen District. I see you. But that's not what we want. See, like these other houses over here. They have different shingles. They have actual siding. I want that. That's what I want to do. But I don't know how. Toogii, how's the electrical? Hopefully the outlets are grounded. And okay, so on that, in the living room and the dining room, they did an oopsie. The previous owners did an oopsie where they put outlets that say that they're grounded. You know, if it looks like a face, you got the 2 eyes as far as it goes in the States. You got the 2 eyes, and then you have the ground for the mouth, right? For the face of that. They put those in when in reality there are only 2 wires there. There needs to be 3, the third one being the ground, and they only all had 2 wires. So there are some issues there that probably need to be ironed out, but we just have to get in touch with the seller and see what we can do there. I'm trying not to think about it, but it is kind of all I can think about at the same time, so it's very weird. Shingles. We need some dang shingles, dude. It shouldn't be this hard to find some shingles. I think I've been through every option now, and I haven't really found anything that I like. So I don't really know what to do here, bruv. Maybe, hang on. Maybe we could use this, and we could change the style of it. Do not clip other roofs. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and then we can change the roof pitch here. There we go. Okay, something similar, I guess, is... Oh, they don't really have very many options. I guess this is going to be the closest. Unfortunately, I don't love the look of it, but that'll work. That'll do, as they say. Now for Down Under, we need... Or wait, we can just copy this. Copy. Oh, wait, because it's outside, though. So we would actually want an exterior covering for that. For sure. God, I still need to try to find some siding. There's got to be some in there, dude. There's just got to be. What if we did this? Can we change the style of the walls? No. Like, is there siding in here that I just didn't see? Is that siding? That is. They've got, it's got to be. It's got to be. All right, we need a brown. Nice chocolatey brown. It's almost too red. Oh, that's close-ish. Cut pattern size. Oh, I was just going to say, you know what? This has really wide boards on it, so I don't know if we're going to be able to find anything, but there it is. There it is. And that's glossy painted wood. Maybe we should choose something else. Polished, stained chestnut. I'm just going to go with painted wood, maybe. It does kind of look like this, though. Stained chestnut, why not? That's what we're rolling with. Could we paint an entire hold to find surface to finish and store? Huh? What? What? Okay, cool. Right on. It's getting way more close now, chat. It is getting way more close. Okay, and that's got to go all the way up to there. Same thing here. The house itself is brick. I will probably be using a similar looking brick for that. But the garage, which is where your boy's new office would be, is a lot like what you see here. Okay, cool. So, underneath. What are the neighbors doing underneath for their... I think it's called a soffit, right? We could just do that. And then more brown on the outside. I don't love that. Or could we make the... Could we make this... No, that's going to move the whole roof down. Ooh, what about that, though? Okay. If we did that... And then... That's moved, so we need resize. Or there was a roof pitch option. I think architect tool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, probably about a 4. Probably about a 4. That looks about right. And then what do we do, I wonder, for the walls that meet the roof? Does it cut those out automatically? Do we have to do that ourselves? Come on. Get there. Oh, we can't go down, though. Right. So we're probably going to have to start in the center and work our way out. In that case. So maybe like from there over? See, but this is what I don't want. This is what I don't want right there. Like, how do we get rid of that? I could just remove these walls. And then these. And then those. Doesn't really seem like a super efficient way of doing it, but it did work. Does it look weird from inside? No. Okay. Hey, if that's the way we're meant to do it, that's the way we're meant to do it. This guy is going to go right there. He's going to go up about the same height. I think one more just to be safe. All the way to there. Oh my god. Okay, so that's go bye-bye. This go bye-bye. Maybe that's why the roof is so thick too, so you can get away with doing it this way. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, but that looks pretty nice. Let's get this. Copy. Oh, it's already selected. Easy. Easy. Okay, now other side. Oh, we could just... Yeah, there we go. We could just do that. Then we don't have to come through at the end and paint it, you know? Sheesh. Sheesh, beesh, bageesh. You know? It's like one of those. All right, dude. Oh, I got to do the inside wall, don't I? Okay, copy this guy. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Not too shabby. Late to the stream because of exam preparations. Hey, it's all good. You know what? School's more important. I hate to say it, but it is. It do be. It do be. Okay. Moving on to the office. I think, going back to my drawings here, I just have like a, if anyone's curious, probably can't even see it all that well. And don't mind my sloppy handwriting. But I just have a bunch of dimensions for every room and dimensions that I think would work for my office here in the garage. So I think that's what we're probably going to try to tackle next. Let's copy the interior finish, even though I'm going to be painting it. But that way it's already drywall. And this needs to be probably 10 foot would be the most. So the idea here, we have so much unutilized space in this massive garage for the size of house. You'll see that later. But I was thinking I could utilize some of the space out here for my office. That way I'm not disturbing anyone who's inside of the house, and the like hours that I'm spending out there wouldn't be an issue either. You know what I mean? My commute is getting way longer though. I mean, right now I just have to go from my bed to the office, but eventually I'm gonna have to go from my bed in the house outside in through the garage, and I don't know, dude. It just doubled my commute. So we got that going for us, which is nice. And this guy should be about 13 feet. So my dimensions aren't perfect. But from here, that would be about another foot, roughly. So I think it works out in the end. Where I want to put the door has been a thing. I'm really not sure. Oh, you know what? That's in here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Maybe this guy? Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, we'll change the hardware and everything anyways, so we'll just select whatever. So I'm thinking the door would probably work best if it were, well, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to rotate it. If it were this way. I don't know. We'll try it. We can always move it, right? That's the beauty of doing this in a game, is nothing's permanent. But this would basically be the size of my office, chat. Do you feel like that's too small? I crushed that like button like my XGF crushed my heart. Kane! Who hurt you? Brother, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ryan Rich, welcome to stream. Oh, nice. I found a stream that's doing sandbox mode. How are you finding the game so far? I find it to be fantastic thus far. I'm doing sandbox mode because I do pre-recorded videos on House Flipper usually, so we're saving the story mode for that. But today it is all about Taste Stream. All about it. So for this, we're going to be able to extend it out till about there. Looks like. Crusader with the 20 bones! Oh, we've got more song lyrics. We've got more song lyrics from Crusader. Cruz, thank you so much for the 20 bones, brother. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. It's very generous of you, my good man. But we'll wait for Brian to read that one aloud to the class. I wish that roof wasn't right there, but it's not the end of the world. But this would be it, chat. Is that enough space for your boy? I have an angled desk right now. I might be able to get rid of that and do just a straight desk up along the wall over here. Could also move the door here instead of there. But I don't think we're going to be fitting a couch in here like I wanted to. Probably just my armchair, which I edit in. So we could put that over here in this corner. We could have the L-shaped desk temporarily over here. Tiny little desk there for my PC itself. Monitors and everything mount to my desk. I don't know. I think it could work. We were also going to try to maybe put a pull-out couch in here and like sort of use it as a guest bedroom. But I don't know that that is a good idea. Just because I don't think it would even fit, right? Seems like a good spot, though. This thing's deep. When we pulled the Volvo in, well, we didn't pull it in, but we measured. It was about a foot past that window there. Oh, here's Brian.
Slow, slow and quick, quick, quick. It's wall to wall and brick to brick. They work so fast it makes you sick. Let's build. Let's build a house where we can stay. Add a new bit every day. Bar 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 build.
Okay, usually I can like pick apart what Brian's saying and figure out what the song is. On that one, no idea. I really have no clue. You don't like the placement of the office door? You think it should be elsewhere? Where else would you put it? You can use the window for reference, or even long wall, short wall. That works as well. I think I'm liking it though. I don't love how we have to build up. Like I wish we could put a floor level with the ground, with the grass. But it's all right. Let's do the driveway next. Someone try to make Brian sing Poker Face. Oh no. Can you imagine? He might be a good singer. We really don't know. Okay, so this portion of the driveway is gonna come out like 60 feet or something. And then here, it kind of starts to taper in. So let me think about this. This continues straight. All the way to here. And then it tapers to like this. That's pretty close. There's an angle here, but I mean, I could do this for that if I really wanted to. Whoops. Oh my God. It's fine. I'll come back to it. Oh my God, I'll come back to that one too. Couldn't avoid that one. Okay. This is, yeah, unfinished drywall driveway. That's really the look that I'm going for here. I feel like this is close, but again, I really wish that we could like embed this in the ground, and maybe we can. You know, we haven't actually messed around with the sculpting tool whatsoever. Also, there is this land hole thing. So I could try to figure out how to actually do this. Oh, we're on fill hole right now. Make hole. Okay. I was not expecting that. I did not think that we could just go straight through the map like that. I had brother, I had no idea that that was a thing. Anyways, now that we have this nice hole here, let's see if we could actually, oh, we can. We can make it flush. Again. Okay. Here we go. Wait, what is that? What was that? Forgot that we can fly. Oh, this must be basement level, huh? Wait, also, we can have basements. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. I'm very distracted. Let me get rid of this. Just that right there. Also, don't need to be flying no more. And then this guy we're going to use to make hole. And then this guy we're going to use to make new driveway. Easy. And we should probably change the finish of it, huh? That would, uh-oh. Oh, another good thing for thumbnails. We can disable the UI with a click of a button. Or press of a button. It's H, if you were wondering. H is in Hector. We need that back up, though. So, here we need our concrete. Cut pattern is fine. I like that one the best. That'll do. Beautiful. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we have to get rid of this whole thing. The whole shebang. And then we need our hole tool. Woo! That's deep. That's pretty... Y'all want to go again? Yeah, we gotta do it. I really like that, dude. I think that's super handy. Oh, yeah, we should probably fill this one in, too. There we go. And it puts the grass back. Alright, so for this, we need to copy this style. Oof. Oof, that is so much better. This is gonna, doing that again is really gonna suck. But I will. You can use the roof or a slanted block to make a little ramp. True. I'm trying to do this as, like, realistically as I possibly can. So I might have to do that just in front of the driveway. But everywhere else, I think it'll be okay. Part of me, I don't know, dude. Part of me's tempted to drop the slab in the garage. What do you think? Chat? Do we drop the slab? Do we put the slab in the floor or in the ground? I might have to just do it. I didn't know that it was a thing. I would have done it from the get-go. The good news is we can do this. Wait, is that going to get rid of my wall, though? No, okay, it was just an outline. I was worried for a second, but we're fine. So the house itself is built up on a pretty good-sized foundation, I would say. So for that, I will most certainly be utilizing the wall to, you know, build up a foundation. But for the garage, it's on flat ground, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way. Oh my god, I almost fell through. Wait! I'm gonna fall. Yeah. There was no avoiding it, dude. I basically backed myself into a corner. We could just do it floating or flying. Nah, I don't really love that. Oh, you know what else I should do for the stream chat? Hang on, sorry, I gotta do this real quick, like. Real quick, like. I forgot to put in which freaking game we're playing today, dude. I mean, I know it's in the title, but as far as other people being able to find it, just looking for people playing House Flipper 2. You gotta try to be there, right? Okay, that all looks fine. There we go. Okay. Oops. Sorry, chat. I'm back. Actually, Cruz had a good point. Are the walls pinned to the foundation and such for tornado safety? They are for the garage. The garage has, I don't know, maybe 4 inches of a lip sort of going around the whole garage, and then the exterior walls, the 2x4s, are then bolted to that concrete lip, if that makes any sense. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yeah, the garage was built in the 80s, and the house was built in the 50s. I think just 1950, to be exact. It would be cool, chat. It would be very cool if we could get it, but we just don't know if we're gonna. Especially with the sewer issue that they claimed that they fixed, and we had our own sewer inspection done, and it was not fixed. There was most definitely a pretty good sized blockage in a very old cast iron sewer pipe, which would be expensive to replace. So we gon' see, man. We gon' see. I think you guys would like the house, though. And if we do get it, we'll be able to do House Flipper IRL content, which would be very, very fun. I would enjoy that. Your boy Toogii, he's a handy man. He really do be. Yeah, this is tedious. Probably not necessary. Whoops. But we're here, we're doing it. It's done. Oh, that's bad. Old cast iron cannot be repaired, and it's prone to failure after a certain age. Yeah, like I said, built in the 50s, so it's had plenty of time to age and rust away under there. And it probably has. What was the general consensus? Do we drop the floor for the garage as well? Or what are you guys thinking, chat? Drop it like it's hot. All right, Crusader. Hey, this is on you. This is on you, brother. So it's actually a little too tall now. I'm gonna leave it. We're just gonna continue as if nothing ever happened. I told my mom about wanting to do a garage office, and she suggested that maybe we build like a false floor on top of the garage concrete, and that way we could actually insulate it. I'm not entirely opposed to the idea, but I guess this will help me visualize it even more, because it would be essentially like this. I would have to step up into my office just a little bit. It's just one step. But then the garage floor would obviously be down here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, we need the hole tool, don't we? Let's do this area first. Where the heck's the other concrete? Is it right there? It's gotta be it. Gotta be. Oh, I keep forgetting that we can fly. Dang it. Let's extend the concrete underneath the foundation, or underneath the walls of the house. So like to there. Right, because where's the... Yeah, that works. Actually, that's past, isn't it? There's an undo! Oh my god, there's an undo. Control Z, chat. Control Z. Oh, that's big. That is big. I don't even care if that's sandbox only. That's massive. Trying just to clip my face through so I can get the dimensions right. Okay. Cool. That works. And then actually right here, I can even... Oops, let me not fly anymore. I can even recreate this being the little concrete lip that surrounds the whole garage. But not on this, because that would be an interior wall, so it wouldn't have that. Okay, cool. Now we just have to move the door down. The windows, I'm actually going to leave those because that doesn't really matter to me. And then this, let's see, R to copy. That looks pretty good. Oh, dude, I'm going to have to move these doors, though, and then it's probably going to get rid of the work that I just did. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. A floating floor can be super helpful if you have a lot of cable spaghetti from audiovisual gear, but that would be overkill for a small office. See, it's so small that I just don't know if it would be worth it. I don't know. I feel like if I just had a concrete floor, like the existing garage concrete floor, and I put a big area rug, I use an area rug right now on tile floor, but I think if I just did that, it would be fine. I'd have a little heater in there. I'd try to get a I can't remember what they're called. A split something rather. Basically an AC and heater combo wombo. You just put it in the wall and forget about it. I think I would probably want to get one of those eventually. Yeah, mini split, baby. You got the idea. So for this, we're gonna be doing this. Perfect. Okay, so we only have to change the top one. That's not that bad. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to use transform for this because of the clipping. Which is also another great thing. The fact that we can work around clipping. You know, in like The Sims, you got to do move objects so you can have collisions and stuff with different items. Kind of a similar concept here. Okay. I like it. I like it. Have I played the story yet? I have not played the story, and I will not be playing the story today on stream. But if you're curious, you can check out the story here on the main channel. That'll be next week, though. Starting next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Monday, we can start the story mode. Pre-recorded videos, as we usually do. We're just streaming because it was released today, and I really wanted to check it out. But no spoilers. I didn't want no spoilers for no story mode stuff. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know how to feel about this floor. Personally, I think it's more work for no real payoff. You know what I mean? Let's actually open that back up. Let's just get rid of this. We'll leave the walls. There's a little bit of grass coming through. To be expected. Not really, but okay. Edit grass. None. Perfect. That's what we needed. New office. Full of grass. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, I know somebody said they didn't really care for the door placement earlier. I don't know if they ever gave an explanation why or anything, but if you're still here, let your boy know, because we're back in here now. So that would be an interior wall. This would be an interior wall. So that would all just be drywall all the way down to the floor. That would be concrete. This would be drywall. This would be drywall. Copy surface. Okay. Back to this, I need to copy this style of door and apply it to this one. Yeah, that looks more like it. Homeboy needs to mow his concrete. I'd put the door closest to the window. Less restrictive for future plans. Okay. You're thinking maybe over here? If I did that, I could open it up maybe towards the window. Let's see. So that would be like this. I feel like I'm starting to get a little faster, but it's been challenging for me to pick it up. Well, I kind of wanted the door to open this way. But it could be a pole door. Never risk blocking your door with a car door. That's true. Yeah, so we'd only be utilizing the double bay over here for our actual garage portion of the garage. But then this only has to be large enough to fit a lawnmower, you know. We're probably not going to be walking through here too much. Like if we do park a car in here, we're not going to be getting out and walking through the side door to go into the house. The garage would just be open at that point. So we would just... Wait, do they not open? Huh? Oh, it's because they're colliding, technically. That's fine. This one opens, so that you get the point. But if we parked in here, we would just exit vehicle, exit out the garage, and head in the house, because on the outside, you know, we have the keypad. We can just close the garage door. So walking through this space, not as important. Only just through this door into here. Because I'm not gonna open the garage door to get inside the office every morning. I'm definitely not gonna do that. I will use the side door. So it'd be like this. Boom. We're in here. We're getting business done. It's great. What's the garage code gonna be? Sneaky, Uncle T. It'll probably be 1, 2, 3, 4. Just something easy to remember, you know. Yeah. Something easy to remember, you know. Oh, a Hobbit house. That sounds cool. 42069. There it is. Yeah, garage code coming soon. Hobbit house would be neat, though, because from what I saw anyways, it seems like there's a decent amount of... Where's my landscape tool? Am I dumb or stupid? Oh, the grass one. It's right there. There are circular windows and circular doors, maybe? Honestly, I just saw the windows. But that would work well for you if you're trying to do a Hobbit house. Best of luck to you. I wish you all the best. Okay, I just had to get rid of a little bit more grass. And we're Gucci. Get that garage shut. Good animation, good sound effects. We'd love to see it. I don't know, we'll come back to it. For now, Crusader, I think I'm in agreement with you, though. I feel like the door does make more sense over here. I could put my armchair in this corner. Have a nice view out the tiny little window, which is actually like half this size still. It's very small. Excuse me. We could have our L-shaped desk here. I already went through it. Anyways, moving on. That is the garage pretty much finished up. I think I might fix this. Just that little bit there. Okay. That works for me. The shingles still look awful. I think we need some other shingle options. It might even look better if I just went with the scallop tile and changed it to brown. Oh my... Dude, if my office ceiling wasn't here, I actually would have fallen through. Yeah, let's cancel that movement. Was it the architect tool? Try this, and then we can get a better color on it. I think that's probably as close as we're gonna get. Maybe a lightly faded option. It's too yellow. Yeah, I think that's probably the best it's gonna get. It's better. It's better. The exterior wall color isn't as brown as it really is either. I promise it's not going to be like this the whole time, okay? I promise. Eventually, I will make my mind up and things will start going a bit faster, but just to start here, it's been a bit slow. Been a bit slow moving. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. We can leave that. So driveway's done. Garage basically done. There is a little bit more concrete here that kind of leads to a back patio area. But I just want to try to get the dimensions right as to how far away the garage is from the house. I want to say it's like maybe 18, 20 feet away. It looks close. We're just going to build a small wall right there, just as a placeholder. That looks pretty close to me. Then, exterior dimensions are... We've got a 10-foot by 4-foot dining room, like right here. It's probably going to be a little bit in as well. There's some landscape here. So we'll start maybe right here. 10 by 8. On the outside, making the inside dimensions slightly different. We'll try this. Yeah, that's interior dimensions. So I'm gonna make it a little oversized on the outside to hopefully compensate. But it doesn't have to be exact. Just pretty close. And then here we're gonna have... Is it more than 2 feet? There's a landing here. I don't know if it is more than 2 feet. We'll start there. And that, I gotta do some quick math here. Hang on. Oh, you know what? It's 8 feet. That's easy math. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So that's our little landing. And then it's got some steps. I'll probably stop it right there. Looks pretty close. Okay, so we probably don't need this wall now. Let's get rid of that. Dude, it's so weird. It's so weird because we just went to it today. Literally a couple hours ago we came home, so it's so weird trying to build it now because I feel like it's still pretty fresh in my brain. This looks really close though. So we have this little landing here, and the house is actually slightly higher up than this still. So here we'll probably want to bring up just one more, just so we can get a feel for it. But there is a pretty good step leading into this side door. And that should be flush with this wall. So from here, let me get rid of this. That was 10 foot by 4. So again, we're gonna do 10 by 8. And this one is actually going to come up to here. How do I just fill this whole thing in? Like, fast, I mean. I guess that's a better way of doing it. Okay, so this slab here is actual floor height of the house itself. So here we just have a little landing. over here. Comes out till probably one more. Wouldn't hurt. Now, because this side is flush. All right, all right, all right. Let's change our surface to some brick. Some of this brick. Increase the size too if you think the brick's too small. I kind of thought it might look a little small, but that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Cool, okay. This is all brick. This is all brick. This whole slab is concrete. I like how you can just make steps too. Uncle T said, I hope all 100 of you have smashed the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can catch his pre-recorded story mode House Flipper 2 videos coming soon, baby. Next week. Okay, mark your schedule, mark your calendar. It's happening. That and Monbazoo hatchback update. That is also happening. But I think most people here are more interested in houses than they are cars, which is understandable. But absolutely, you should definitely leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying it right now, or if you've enjoyed other streams in the past. It really, really helps out. So we've got a good floor plan sort of laid out here, I would say. What I want to do now is figure out, if I were to just build interior walls now on top of this, what would our dimensions be? That's 10/8. This here is 10/8, but okay, so I actually need to go out one more then, huh? One more this way. That would be 11/4. And then from the inside, that's 10 foot. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect, because the actual room dimensions are 10 foot by 4 inches. So that'll do. I really should brick everything, shouldn't I? That's inside, so it's not gonna, it doesn't have to be brick. Just the exterior stuff. Okay. So here, I didn't get dimensions either on where doors were in things like that. Only on like some really problematic areas. So for this, I'm completely guessing. I'm completely and totally guessing. I'm gonna say it's probably around here somewhere. Also, are doors 5 wide now? 6? Doors are 6 wide? Okay, okay, okay. I think we'd probably trim off more here rather than the other side. So we'll take that last one out. I guess the doors could probably be any size you want them to be. There is a whole resize tool now. But what we need, it does actually have balcony doors. Maybe we do that instead. Like a storm door. Just do the darkest one for now and we can change it later. Oh, what the heck, dude? How did I get that? How did I get that so wrong? I thought the math was right there, but I guess not. Whoops. So if we had that like this. Okay. I mean, that's how it opens. It opens that way. Works for me. this needs to be brick then, and the sides will also have to be brick, but they're fine right now. It's coming together, chat. It's coming together. So this is dining room. You walk in through the side door off the garage. This would be your dining room. Let's change. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we would have our arch starting. That's something I really liked about this place is all the arches. Like it's got arches everywhere, dude. Everywhere. Stream been good today? Not too many dropouts? Not too many dropouts. Good, good, good. Hey, better than Tuesday's stream, right? That was rough. that was really rough. Okay, what about this wall? This is a 13-footer. Call it 13. I'm gonna go outside though, just so I can get the dimension super accurate. So it was 13 inches or 13 feet and 4 inches. It's 2 on the actual dimensions. So that could work. That could work. Or should we go 14? If we went 14, then our... Let me get that brought up. Then our interior dimension, because there would be another wall coming out this direction. Our interior dimension is only 2 inches over what it actually is. So let's roll with that. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't need it just yet. And then all of this, I'm gonna copy the concrete again. Just so we can get the floor in here faster. Chat, I am loving this. I have wanted to do something like this in House Flipper for so long, and it's finally happening. About time. That's all I'm saying, about time. Okay, so we've got the brick again. We need that to go up and across 18 feet and 4 inches. That should actually about do it. I don't know how thick a wall is. I'm guessing it's 4 inches. Maybe because that's 13.4. Okay. Yeah, we're still good then. We're still good. And this actually is brick. There's a fireplace over here. So there should also be a chimney. Something weird is it looks like the chimney was added like well after the fact. The house was built in the 50s. Maybe it was added in the 70s or 80s, something like that. But it is a different brick than the rest of the house. Something we noticed just today. What about that little gap there? That's 2'9". So we could do this. Just a placeholder. Don't freak out. Just a placeholder. And then... How big was the door again? So this is where one of the arches would be. But obviously we don't have arches, so we're just going to have to use the square. But yeah, arches all over the place. It looks really, really nice. Cool, okay. Small little dining room here. Got our living room, fireplace. I really should have taken more dimensions of where doors and stuff were, though, because that kind of screwed me up a little bit. Let's see what we could fit in here. Got a really wide door frame. Not wide enough, though. Question is, can we use this tool, or was it... No, it was the transform tool. Can we use that to resize, you think? Nope. Can't do that. That would be too easy. That would be far too easy. What is the fishing rod? What'd that do? No idea. No idea. Yeah, we could move it, but we can't resize door frames. I was really hoping we would be able to. We just have to get the old delete tool then. Okay. So let's, instead of doing framed doors or framed arches, let's just do it with plaster. I think that would look better anyways. Yeah, a modder will definitely be making some arches for sure. All in due time. All in due time. Okay, back to walls then. Let's move on to... Let's move on to the entrance, I think. The front door. We got a 6 foot by 6'9" entrance. So this would only be about 6 feet. Plus a little extra. Cool. We'll go with that. And then here... Again, plus a little extra. There we go. That's the main entrance. Right there. Right there. Jack Miller, I am aware that there's been a new Monbazoo update, and I will be getting to it starting next week. All right? We've got pre-recorded videos coming out on that. It's going to be sick. Very hype. Hype. But today, we're just playing House Flipper. The second one. The second House Flipper. It's hard to believe that there is already a second House Flipper. It feels like we just started playing that yesterday. Also, side note, if you want House Flipper content, I have so many episodes. Maybe 200? 150 plus episodes on House Flipper. So if you're interested, make sure you check out the playlists. You should have a good time watching it, I would think. This, though. This I did not measure either. And that is 100% my bad. Floor would be there, so this actually has to be 2 feet high. Something like this. Oops, I actually wanted the concrete. What's that? 9.5. Oh, yeah, I needed more dimensions, man. I really needed more dimensions. I thought I had everything I needed. I could do some math for that, too. Well, it's not even. That's the problem. Like, I didn't even measure the hallway. Yeah, we're gonna have to wing it, chat. We're gonna have to wing it. How big was this one? How far does this come out? 8 feet? Seems a bit big. 8 feet really does seem a bit big. Nah, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, the one up front is actually longer and I think more narrow than this. But it's all right. It's all guesstimation anyways. This is all going to be changed, so I don't have to worry about that right now. What about that front entrance? I think... maybe something like that. It's definitely 5. Oh, that's 4. Okay. Okay, that worked out. And then here, a little bit deeper back, there is a closet, but I kind of want to try to get the kitchen sorted first, because we can just imagine that there's a closet somewhere, you know? That's not super important. Literal days of S-tier house flipper content. Arrow, that's very nice of you, brother. That's very nice of you. Uncle T said, got to join a work meeting. You all have a great day. Thanks for being you and being here. Uncle T, thank you. Hope the work meeting goes well, brother. Brethren. And enjoy it, right? Or try to. Take it easy. Okay, kitchen. We're looking at 12'7" by 14.5. 12'7", and that's going to be this wall. Whoops. I actually want this surface. 12'7", right? Just making sure I have that right. So actually, we'd probably want it 1 extra. If that's 12'8", 1 extra for interior dimensions. And then the longest part of the kitchen is going to be over here as well. But this we're going to have to do something like this first. 14.5. So maybe 1 more. Maybe like this. Let's see, where would that put us as far as the closet goes? Oh, you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. That's plenty of room right there for a closet. And we could actually make it smaller, too, if we wanted to. Okay. Right on. So this, then, needs to go all the way out to here. And then this all the way to there. Now we get to fill in all the concrete again. They've got to add an easier way to do that. And maybe there is an easier way and I'm just dumb. Who knows? It's anyone's guess, right? Yep, and that's a little offset from this side door. This archway, I mean, so that's accurate. The kitchen, it's looking a little smaller than it really is. I kinda just want to tinker around with that for a second. Let me get some Randy cabinets, and we'll just see if we can't get it roughly pieced together here. We've got angle. Dude, the cabinetry is dark too, chat. If you saw this, you'd be like, why do you want this place? It's bad. It's really not, it's not great to look at. But it's our first house. It's affordable. And I really think that we can save it. Just basic cabinetry. We don't need anything crazy. I don't think there are too many double cabinets in there, but we can try that. Is that the same one we just had? Doesn't matter. We're going to change them anyways. Okay, that looks pretty close. And then over here, it is pretty tight. So maybe we do something like this. And then we just duplicate this just to make it easy. Probably comes out to about there. Over here, we're going to have a sink somewhere in there. And then just a slightly smaller cabinet on the end. Oof. That's not as much space to walk through as there actually is in the real house. But to be honest, the kitchen dimensions, looking at it now, seem pretty accurate. Dude, this place is weird. I think I've explained this in previous streams and stuff too. But this place is really weird. It's got a stove right here. It's got a stove like in the peninsula. And then on the back side of these cabinets, there are actually cabinets and stuff, unlike in the game. We can only do so much, right? Sink would be somewhere over here. It's got a really big sink. And then it's got a whole bunch of cabinets. Just for rough placement, I would say that we're probably good to continue. There's some more cabinets and stuff over here too. Like there's a lot going on in this place. Oh, hang on. We need... There's no dishwasher either. We're going to have to add that. We need a refrigerator. Something real deep. This thing has the biggest refrigerator I've ever seen. It's super old. It's a double door. Not Dumbledore, double door. So maybe we go with this. And it's super ugly, man. Well, that one can't even just be white. Can this one just be white? No. Okay, they have to look like metal. We'll just go with this. It's not deep enough, dude. It needs to be like twice as thick. It needs to be thick with 3 C's. That's what it really needs, but it's alright. So, right about here, and then right about here. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And then we can just hit delete on that item. Dunzo. Yeah, this is accurate. This feels about right. Barely enough space to... So there's another archway right here. Actually, on the back side of this, there's a pantry. There's a pantry door, like, right here. Leading into the hallway. Dude, this is so fun. Like, this is really so fun. Just trying to recreate a house. Almost from memory. We do have a couple of dimensions. I'm into stuff like this. I really am. So expect the same amount of hype from your boy when we get into the story mode, unless there's a lot of trash to pick up. You guys know that's not really my favorite thing. Or is it? Actually, what I meant to say is it is my favorite thing, and next time I should most certainly have early access to House Flipper 3. Obviously. Yeah. No, I love picking up trash. That's my favorite thing. What are you talking about, dude? It's great. Easily one of the best functions of this game. Hands down. I don't know if that's the reason I didn't get early access this time around, but maybe they didn't love that I don't love picking up trash. Maybe they were like, oh, that's one of our favorite functionalities, and maybe I made them upset. Who knows? Okay, let's see. That looks like a pretty good sized closet. This closet up here could probably be quite a bit smaller, but then it would make all the other dimensions a bit off. Let's see how big like a pantry door would be. Do we even have a pantry door? Probably not. No. No, we do not. But we might be able to make these doors smaller. Yeah, see, because that's way too big. That is way too big. Let me place this and we'll see if we can resize it with the transform tool, but I don't think we can. No. No, we definitely can't. Just like with the door frames. So hopefully they add a mod or somebody creates a mod to where we could do stuff like that. What am I looking for? This guy? Just smaller doors. Just some smaller doors would be nice. So let's bring this back. Let's take it back. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Reverse, reverse. Oh, God. Okay. Next room, then, is going to be 8 foot by 9.5. Reverse, reverse. I love it. Okay. So, going from here, 9.5 out. See, that's already 10. But this is long. I left that long, so I can't use that for reference. And it's supposed to be how big? 8 foot? 8 feet. So that would be 8. One more just because. I have kind of found myself using the build tool sort of like a measuring tape. I think a lot of other people will probably do the same. Unless there's actually a measuring tape that I just haven't seen. That's totally a possibility. Okay, that's 8'8", and it needed to be 8. So it's a little oversized, but I'm cool with that. It's one of the smaller rooms in the house. Unless you count, like, the entrance and stuff. I don't. Whoops. Forgot we wanted concrete. It's gonna change anyways, but for right now, that's what we're using. It's looking good, chat. It's looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I think this is a pretty smart way to go about it too, is just kind of lay out the floor plan with just some little blocks, you know? And then kind of take it from there. Okay, so there, imagine a small pantry door. We're just gonna have to use our imagination for that since we don't have a door that size. Here, kind of same thing. Let's see. Yeah, imagine a pretty small door there. This house actually has central vac. I mean, this house doesn't, but the IRL house does. And that hose can be found in this closet. So a couple of the rooms around the house, there are little like outlet looking things that you can slide down and connect the hose to. I've never used one. I think my grandma has one actually, but I don't know. I've heard they're not super reliable. We'll see if we actually use the thing, but it's cool that it's there, especially in such an old home. Okay, now over here in the kitchen is where it gets weird. Maybe I'll continue with the hallway and we'll come back to the kitchen because it is really weird over there. So, next room, chat. A 12 by 9, or 12 foot 9 inch by 11 foot 10 inches. Gotcha. And that is going to come out just a little bit further. Oh, also, this should be different. I don't even have a picture of the house up or anything. Like, I'm just trying to go solely off of memory. So we need a slightly different material. We need kind of a chunky stone. It's not my favorite stone ever, but it's already on the house, so it's not like I'm going to take it off. Maybe this, if we could find the right color. Oh, you can't change the color. Never mind, can't change the color of that one either. I thought for sure they would have a option for this. Can't change the color of that. How do I, oh, okay, never mind. I'm just being stupid. This is close-ish. Again, not exact. I might be able to scale it up and make it look a little bit better. I don't know if that did anything. That's horrendous. Oh, that is bad. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Oh, this is rotation. Let's try this one. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I really don't love it. Yeah, I really don't love that. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it for now. Let's just move on to the other room. So, this one is going to have the wall flush. It's the only marking I have on this thing is that the wall is going to be flush with this wall, which we're going to want brick for. So let's actually go from here. We're going to do our little measuring tape dealio again. And this room needs to be 11 foot 10 inches. So maybe about there. We'll give it one more click for good measure. One more. And then from here, it's got to go out 12 foot 9. One more. Nah, that's probably good. That's probably good. Okay. So this can actually get built up into a full-size wall. and I didn't think about that. Whoops. Kind of messed this up, didn't I? We got a double wall here for basically no reason. Ain't no raisin. There's no indent there, so we can't do that either. I have to get rid of the whole thing. Okay. I'm not tired. You're tired. What? All right, where's this door at? This door is like right in the corner. Okay. And then there would also be a closet door there. There would also be a closet door here. But I can't really add that because I did it all weird. We're not going to worry about that right now. The rough framework. We're just getting the rough framework down. And then from back here, it's just going to go up and across. I guess this room's not going to have specific dimension. Because it's just going to meet that wall. Oh, dang it, I keep meaning to do the brick and I keep selecting something else. Okay. Better. It's getting better. The refrigerator actually makes noise? That's kind of cool. I don't think we had that before. And then in the hallway, which this would actually be still considered kitchen. Right here. Because that's a pantry. So this is our hallway, essentially. We'd have another small little hallway closet there. But this wall would be the start of our bathroom. God, see, that looks so much smaller here. It seems like there's so much more space in there, but maybe there really isn't. I don't know. It's supposed to be 8.5 feet by 9.5 feet. So if we were to do that, yeah, that's not right. That's only 6.5, roughly, feet. Kind of thinking this is because I forgot the closet up here. Maybe. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. This room seems pretty small, too. Let's just do the bedroom. Let's just do the bedroom. What are we working with right now? That is 14 feet. It's supposed to only be 11 feet. So maybe we bring that down to here? Or to here? There is a staircase. Maybe that would be us making room for the staircase. Okay, you know what? Here's an idea. Here is an idea. Let's do this. We're going to bring this wall out like it actually is. Comes out just a little bit here. Maybe a little bit more than that. And then it goes in just a tad. And then that would be our door. Let him cook, chat. Let him cook. Why are you freaking out? You're freaking me out. Hmm. 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 Is the landing here? There we go. Okay. So that is going to be our basement staircase. This door actually did have a lip to it, but there is another door here. Not necessary, just had to do it. Okay, back outside real quick. We've got something kind of like this going on back here. Look at that. Look at that, dude. That's pretty sick. So yeah, it goes up. There's a little landing that's actually down, and then it goes back up into the kitchen. Flooring in the kitchen is pretty awful. Maybe we should look at that. I mean, like IRL, it looks pretty gross. But we're probably gonna have to just rock it for a little while, you know? Flooring's pretty pricey. It looks pretty close to this, I would say, but way uglier. Picture this, but ugly. You know? Not really even a good color to choose from. Yeah, like the reds are too red. We need something lighter. Does it even exist? It's too bright. Plain and simple. I mean, I could go with this, but oh, and then we have grout color. The grout, they were trying to have it black, but it's not perfect. Oh my god, it's terrible. That's perfect. Some of you might have seen this floor in, I don't know, any Burger King ever. That's actually what the floor looks like. No cap. On God. It's pretty gross, dude. It's pretty gross. But we would happily rock it for a while. Until we didn't have to. Yeah, it's obviously way too red. It's not really this bright red, but working with what we've got. Yeah, we're gonna be serving up to Whoppers. You already know the deal. So basement stairs here, which means this wall should be completely finished. Up until, well, I guess up until we stop bonking our head on it, huh? So maybe I'll just leave it right there for now. But that goes down in the basement. Over in this room then would be the bedroom, which we probably have to extend out now. That is 10 feet, and it needs to be an additional 1 feet over. So let's bring that out. Let's actually bring that out to there. I think, maybe one more on the outside. Let's do it like this. Okay. All right. You know, I probably didn't want to be filling in the entire underside of the floor, actually, because we are going to have to put a basement in here. Which is going to be a little bit more difficult now. I just made it slightly more difficult for myself, but that's okay. It's all right. It's going to be fine. It's all going to work out. All the dimensions are going to be semi-accurate, and it's going to be great. All right, pretty solid. Looking pretty solid. Okay, hallway closet right there. You round the corner. There should be some floor here for sure. How do I want to do this? Maybe let's fill this in. Oh my god, no, please god, no, not that. We don't need any more of that flooring. Okay, and then this, we're just gonna fill that in. Whoops. There we go. Okay. That should be plenty of space for our little hallway closet. Around in the corner is going to take us to the master. Or no, Oksana and I decided this is the master. This was the other one. Seven, 4. You still having a good time, chat? Sorry, I know I've just been clicking away. I really would do more talking if I had stuff to say, but I really don't right now. Okay, this will be a closet. Yeah, it's probably a portal. You're right, probably a portal. If Zach Bagans were here, he'd definitely say that was a portal. For sure. Yeah, there are some intricacies to this place that I wish I would have measured for, and I just didn't. Like, there's supposed to be another closet here. But again, I just don't have the sizing to, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we went with on the other door, so I guess we could just do the same thing over here. And actually, let's move that back 1 mo again. Okay. His and hers closet. That looks fine. Could probably be even bigger. Actually. But we'll just make it the same dimensions as this other one. Whoops. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Bedroom, I guess master bedroom is complete. Let's move on then. Sink would be here. Toilet would be here. Bathtub would be here. It's a three. It's not really a 3-bedroom because this 3rd bedroom doesn't have a closet, which it kind of needs to count as a bedroom technically, but it is also technically a 3-bed, 1 bath. 1 bath, chat. There's going to be 5 of us sharing 1 bathroom for a little while until we can finish the basement bathroom, and then eventually, as I've said in the Sims stream, if you guys caught that one, where we did a similar thing, but we would basically have a pretty decent size extension over here. Whoops. And we would use that then for our master bedroom. So master bedroom would come out here-ish. We would get rid of this. This would then be our door to the master. And back over here, this room, I know the bathroom's not in right now, but just imagine there's a wall, we'll say here, for right now. This would then become our master bathroom. So we would still have a full bath here. We would have a master bathroom with 2 massive closets. And then back here, there would be an addition, and that would be our master. Kinda sick, dude. Kinda sick. But that's like a 20-year plan. Maybe 30, maybe 40. Who knows? I might not even be making YouTube videos in 20 to 30 to 40 years. So it's pretty up in the air. All of this is very up in the air. I hope I am. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Chad. I hope I am. But you just never know with these types of things. It could all come crashing down next year. Another adpocalypse or something. Who knows? It could happen. In House Flipper, all you need to add is a bed for it to be called a bedroom. That's true. That is true. Yeah, we'll all be in the metaverse, streaming and playing games together. That's what'll happen. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I just want to get this bathroom finished, dude. But I'm gonna need to toss in some furniture just so I can get the dimensions as close as we can. So, bathroom fixtures. Oh no. Oh no. They got rid of it. They would. They would. My favorite toilet in the whole game. You know what it is, chat? You know what the best toilet in the game is? A mountable toilet fatty. It's actually flatty. But yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. So there goes that whole spiel. Let's get the bot one. That'll do. That'll do. What a bummer, man. All right, Kane. Have a good one, brother. Have a good one. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? Thought I was going to try to roast you, put you on blast or something. Ooh, this thing's actually really close to what's in there. If it were blue, if they got a blue option in here, that would be extremely close. But this guy... Oh, do we still need installations? Haha, we do. Okay, so we probably need one for the turlet, right? Well, maybe not. I don't know how the pipes work. I just put a pipe in wherever? I just put a pipe in right here? Boom, done. Sink, done. I don't think we need to. I'm not sure. Let's try that again. Let me get that sink out. Dude, we could place the toilet down wherever we wanted, and now when it comes to the sink, it's just not happening. What about the tub? Tub is the same. Alright. Alright. There's surface finishes. Winders. Sandbox only. Why would it be in there? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we probably need to build the walls up. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Chat, you guys are, as per usual, quite a bit smarter than I am. So, thank you. Appreciate that. We will build up the walls momentarily then. For right now, let me get that. Let me get that tub in here so we can get a size. Are one of these like larger or smaller than the other? Probably not. It looks like it's gonna be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 of these walls. It's probably got about 4 feet in there. Kind of looks too big with nothing in here, but maybe it's just right. Maybe it is just right. Whoops. Okay, now I need the other. Dang it, dude. Now I need the other dimension. Oh. Okay, the tub is quite a bit bigger than the actual tub in the actual house. That is going to fit perfectly over here. You know what? We can roll with that. We can roll with that, but there should also be another closet like here for this room and here. So we're just not going to be able to add those in. Plain and simple. But we've got pretty much everything else mapped out. As close as we can get it. If I ever do this again, chat, I think I could do better. I really do. But I'm trying to get through this so you guys aren't super bored. Just watching me try to build a house from memory. This needs to go bye-bye now. That's got to go. Now we can head down into the abyss and finish up our staircase. Okay, actually though, I really need to pee. So I might go do that quick. But stairs are coming along. Stairs are coming along. This place has an unfinished basement. It's actually a pretty good size. So I'm kind of excited to see what we could do down there. But anywho, I'm gonna leave you like right here, chat, and I'm gonna go potty, and I'll be right back. Okay? Don't go anywhere. Again, hope you guys are enjoying the stream today. It's been a longer one than we used to, I think. Surprised I'm only just now having to pee. But I'll bring my phone in case it's a long one. You guys know the deal. Those of you that have been around for a while know the deal anyways. So I'll be back, okay? I'm gonna fill this up too, so it might be just a little bit longer. But you get some snacks, get some drinks, get some, you know, or whatever. Enjoy chair cam. I will be right back, okay? Love you, chat. Picking out your gap for the Ritzler. You're so skibbity. You're so phantom cat. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. This man goes to the toilet on stream. Well, of course. What else am I meant to do? Go in my pants? I stopped wearing diapers a long time ago. It's kind of funny, though. You know, we're born. We have no control over our bladder. And then eventually, as we age, we gain control. And then as we age further, we lose control. Isn't that just something special? So I will be wearing diapers again. I'm sure. But hopefully I'll be like 90 by that time, you know? How's stream look? Stream still good? Good, 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 good. Okay. All right. I think, are going to leave the stairs unfinished. I decided while I was having a quick ponder on my toilet, maybe we leave the basement unfinished, because it is unfinished. You know, there's nothing really that we can do down there anyways. Let's just focus here on the main floor. So most of the rooms are framed out. They're a bit smaller than they probably should be, but I think we're in a good position now to build up the walls to full height. So let's choose the brick finish, and we'll start over here and get after it. You know what? I'm gonna leave that open for right now, just so we can put a door in there, and then we'll build the wall up on top of that. This is cool. This is really cool. It's funny, like the floor plan looks close, but now that the walls are actually coming up, it's really starting to take shape. Okay, that should be the height. Probably a good idea to start kind of like what I did here, sort of with a floor plan, and then build your walls up. I should have measured the walls too, like floor to ceiling height. I'm just guessing that it's 8 feet. I really don't know. It didn't seem very tall. And I think 8 feet is kind of the standard, or was in the 50s. Could have changed now. I ain't no builder. I ain't no contractor, you know? I'm just a dude. I'm doing 7 foot. If you guys can see that, I'm doing 7 foot 4 inches because we do already have a block on the bottom. So in total, that will equal 8 foot tall walls, or 8 foot ceilings, whatever you want to say. It's looking good. It is looking good, dude. And then once we finish this, we should probably start working on the roof before we like go through and change the textures of things. You know, there's not actually brick inside of the house. We will have to adjust that. Okay, okay. Whew. Starting to feel a bit claustrophobic in here already, dude. But it looks pretty dang close, I would say. Should we do it? Should we do it, chat? All right, here we go. Never gets old. Literally never gets old. Probably will someday, though. It's yummy tummy supper time. Hot dogs and tater tots tonight. Peace and love to all, and a good stream. Cruz, thank you so much, brother. Enjoy your hot dogs and tater tots, baby. Sounds good. Sounds good. Do more Planet Coaster? I would recommend having a look-see through all of my Planet Coaster episodes first. Just throwing that out there. A lot of people don't realize there are actually episodes past episode 1. Believe it or not. I wonder if we could make like a faux arch. Like what if we just did... Oops. What if we just did that? Does that look weird? Yeah, I think I'd rather have it just a square. Or a rectangle. Squared off at the top. Andre wants to know if I'm going to make a series on House Flipper 2. I will. We're only streaming it today, specifically on Sandbox mode, so we don't have any spoilers for the story mode of the game. All the story mode stuff, all the missions, all the full flips, even without story mode, all that stuff is still going to happen here on the main channel as a pre-recorded series, as they usually are. Just because the game came out today, I decided to stream a little bit of Sandbox mode. So again, no spoilers. We are going to save that for the pre-recorded series, which is happening next week. Should hopefully start on Monday, if everything goes well this weekend for recording. So be on the lookout for that for sure, for sure. But I'm one guy. I'm one man. I can only do so much. All right, that's looking pretty nice. I'd say that's probably it now for all the arches and or just door frames in general. So, windows or roof next, chat? Windows or roof? What do you think? I really hate that. Let it be known, I don't like this. It's not accurate to what the house actually looks like. It's just the only one that's remotely close. Sorry. Winders? All right, we'll do some winders. Chat has spoken. That is going to be in here. Okay, for the winders, we might have to kind of get creative here. I'm not sure that there are going to be exact matches. Again, just to reiterate, I did not measure any of these windows, so I'm guessing here. think it was centered. I've seen this house how many times now, and I still don't remember. I think it was centered on the wall. Okay, this one I'm not going to be able to line up exact. Also, what was my height like on those? Okay, same thing. About like that. Seems pretty close. It's got a pretty big window here, another pretty big window here into the dining room. Kind of a smaller one there, but not quite this small. And then these are a little bit larger still. So I think that's it for that size, specifically. Could be a 6x6, maybe. Who's to say? Yeah, that looks pretty close. That looks pretty close. I'm all right with that. Ooh, that's a tall one. It's probably too tall. 2x6. That doesn't seem like it's tall enough. You know what? This one might actually be the same as these. We'll go with that. We will go with that. Okay, now just for the big windows. That's all we got left. I'm gonna try this. It's taller. So maybe a 3x7? Yeah. I mean, maybe. Kind of like this, but it's got a bigger window in between those two. Trouble is now I just have to find 3x7, so we need another one that's by 7. It's a 7x7. That's probably way too big. Yeah, it's too big. A 4x7. Ooh, that works. That does work. Okay, that's pretty dang accurate, actually. Yeah. Cool. Okay, and then they have the same thing. Actually, let's start with the center window. And you know what? I remember the spacing being a little off over here. Like the window's a little bit closer to this corner of the wall than this one. And that's accurate right there again. So that checks out. And that also checks out. Okay. I think we're done on windows already. That's good. I got the 2 big ones in there. 2 small ones in there. 1 in the bathroom. 2 in that room. The big ones, yeah. Yeah, that's all of them. It's starting to take shape. Let's maybe add the fireplace too while I'm thinking about it. Because otherwise I probably would forget. It's not very big. Let's go maybe that far in. Okay. I think that's going to be the dimensions for our chimney. Did I say fireplace? I mean, technically I'm not wrong, but I meant to say fireplace. Or I meant to say... I meant to say chimney. I'm losing it already, chat. Okay, that looks better. Do you like it? Do you like what you're seeing? It's good, yes? It's very good. Okay, how about some interior doors now? It's got like the cheapo, right now it has like the cheapo double ply and they're like hollow on the inside, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have that option here in House Flipper 2. But, oh, we can actually just further adjust it from here. Interesting. We can do this with the other tool too. So I'm just gonna roll with these, even though they're a bit more decorative looking. That crystal door handle though, pretty accurate. Were the doors white on the inside of the house or were they brown? I think they were white. I want to say that they were white. Let's go painted wood, white. Whoops. Let's select this palette maybe and then do white. I don't know. Door handles are like crystal. They're like bronze and crystal. So let's do that. Okay. I think that'll work. No door there, no door there, no door there. There is one here, but like I said before, we don't have the proper closet doors and stuff. Nice. It really should open into the room, not into the hallway, but it's good. Okay. There actually used to be a door here, but they removed it. So we just need an exterior door. I'll grab this one. Oh, wait, no, the exterior doors are larger. So let's actually just get one of these again. That'll do. And then same for the front. Perfect. Okay, doors, windows, everything's good there. Let's grab our scaffolding. It's coming together, chat. It really is. It really do be. Okay, now the really difficult part about this is going to be me trying to remember how the roof looks. I don't think this is going to go well. But I will try my best. So up at the front, from here to there is one roof. I don't remember how deep it needs to go, but we'll give it a shot, huh? Oh, wait, roof is in here. Okay, that's hip. Gable is what we want again. And we need it rotated this way. Never mind, we want it rotated the other way. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Now we've got it. So I'm going to do that for the time being. And then let's actually grab tool 3 here for resizing. Okay, that's good. And just a little bit of overhang. Nothing too crazy. So that's our first roof. Let's get another one going. Does this one have a more aggressive angle, or it should be the same? It should be the same. Wait, why are you turning on me? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Oh my god. I keep trying to rotate it and I get rid of it. Okay, it needs to be like this. There we go. That's more like it. So then Hang on. Hang on. It's fine. Everything's good. We're chilling. Gotta watch where I'm walking. Okay, so this one should go back here. Tool 3 again. Nice. And a little bit of overhang on the front. Okay, that actually looks really solid. So now this, I just extend to here. The roof angle is going to be the same, so that is exactly how they meet. And then this one is going to be the one that goes pretty much all the way to the back. Over here is going to have another gable. That is supposed to go like this. No, every time I place it down, dude, it switches directions on me. So maybe I need to place it that way to get it to switch. Okay. Wait, but what about this? Does it have another? It must. It must. I mean, it wouldn't work any other way. And this time it didn't switch. Just chooses when it wants to, I guess. All right, the angle is slightly off for this one. Just barely. What? Okay, there it is. I was like, where'd it go? Okay. So now this guy can come straight back and he'll stop right about there. I think we done did it. I really think we done did it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Cool. Let's hop down so we can check it out. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there, to a T. It's got the A-frame over here. That could also be a hip roof on this side of the house. No, it's not, because the power comes in like up here. All the electrical and stuff. It's pretty dang accurate. 1970s or 90s, 50s, believe it or not. This house was built in the 50s. You can really notice how off-center this window is from the outside. So I'm going to switch to move mode. And we're just going to get this, or wait, we don't even need move mode. We can just use our hands. We're just going to get that moved over. Actually, okay, that's where it was. There we go. As long as it's centered up there. And then let's grab our surface finishes. And we'll finish the roof the same that we did, or the same way that we did this one. If it'll let me. Okay, maybe not. We'll just copy that. Let's see. Andre, I believe it's Andre. Happy birthday, brother. Enjoy your day. And stuff and things or whatever. Cool. All right. So, now that that is done, we have to add another row of block on top of this. Right? So that we can have a ceiling. Something that I kind of forgot about. Door shut on me. There we go. A portion of the ceiling. I don't love how the roof is clipping through the side over here, but what do you do? Right? What do you do? Apart from changing the angle of the roof itself. Oh. And we might have to do that because our new ceiling is clipping through the roof. Or we could just move the roof up one for all the roofs that we've added. I might do that instead, actually. I feel like that would be better. Might even be easier just to, yeah, just to like delete all that stuff. I think. But again, what do I know? I'm just a guy. Whoops. Okay, so from there over needs to be deleted. There we go. Okay, that looks better. But yeah, these roofs. Dudes and dudettes, we gotta move these roofs. Oh my god, not like that though. I don't want to pick up the whole thing. Let's get out our transform tool, huh? That'd probably help. There we go. Yep, just move up one. No more clipping. Nice. Where's our up arrow for this guy? Oh yeah, it's super long. Forgot about that. Or wait, yeah, why is it so long? Shouldn't we just like... Shouldn't we do what we kind of did over there? With this one? Where's the end arrow? Right here? Let's run it back. We'll stop it about there. Yeah, that seems better. That seems better. Bit weird of a junction here. Oh! Right, because I wasn't resizing. I didn't even notice all that. Okay, Q, resize. Let's bring that on back to reality a little bit. There we go. Okay. Still doing some weird collision stuff. Just in this corner. That's all right. The overhang's good. Actually, it might even need to go back one more. Just to match the overhang. Nope, I hate it. I'd rather have it like this. I can't have clipping textures like that. Now then, back into surface finishes, I think? Or was it this tool? We don't want to sell it. Let's change the style of it. There we go. So we're going with this one. And we chose this brown. I think. I don't know, that brown looks different now. Maybe I'll just copy that style. Honestly. Yeah, that's a bit closer, I feel like. The other one was too red. All right. Well, cool. The deed is done. Now for this portion of things. We've got to build up until it's clipping through the roof. And then do this. So now we delete that. We come up here, delete just the one. And then we do this all the way down. I don't know if there's an easier way. I really don't. But the roof will hide the jagged edges that we're leaving behind. There we go. And now same thing over here. Build up a wall. All right. Cool. So that's that one done. But now we have this one over here. Oh my god. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. More passion, more energy, more passion. Okay. The chimney is up. Sealed off. It should probably be a little bit wider, shouldn't it? It's okay. I don't hate it. Kane, welcome back. We're still here. We're still here. Trying to finish this thing. Nearing the end, though, finally. I didn't think it would take this long. I really didn't. I was thinking this would be a quick stream today. I'm not mad about it, though. Let it be known. Not upset. Whatsoever. This has actually been really, really fun. And it's only going to make it that much easier for me when we do actually start the story mode. Pre-recorded, let's play that we usually do. Because I'll kind of have a little bit of experience with the tools already. That will be helpful. What time is it anyways? Dang, we've been going for 3.5 hours? Chat, why did nobody tell me? Holy cow. I was kind of just thinking it had only been like maybe 2 hours. But that's okay. Like I said, I'm not mad about it. I'm just surprised is all. Hopefully you guys like the longer streams. Seems like typically most people do. But this upload on Toogii 2, which if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the second channel, Toogii 2. That's where all the stream VODs go after they've been streamed. So if you maybe missed a section of this stream today, you can definitely check it out over there. But since this stream is quite a bit longer than usual, that means... Ooh, I don't really love that. It's either that or we have roof clipping. I'd rather have this. But that means that this stream is going to take quite a bit longer to upload to the second channel. So just laying that out there for you. Do with that information what you will. I think we can move this around to this side though now. One more? No, because this roof is fixed. Yeah, we're good. Okay, that's the last of it. Thank goodness. All we need now is to copy this and kind of just continue all of that up there. Just in that one section. No, it does overlap a little bit. So I know it's going to be kind of horrendous. I'm just trying to make it as realistic as possible, okay? Trying to make it look like the real thing. I think we've done well, though. Yeah, that's all right. Still hate this stone. I don't love the look of that. Okie dokie. I'd say we're probably finished up now on the exterior. That all looks pretty solid. Tons of brick. Maybe too much brick, but I mean, that's the way it is. But the brick on the actual house looks quite a bit nicer than this. And now for the inside. Okay. Plaster. That's what we need, chat. We need plaster, and lots of it. Stucco, old plaster? I don't know about all that. I think we should probably just choose a different one than old plaster. Venetian? Venetian plaster? What that look like? We're gonna go for like a very, very light beige in all of the rooms. It's like a white, like a beige sort of color. It's called parchment paper. I don't really see anything super close in here though. Maybe this. I'll try this. I'll just see what this looks like. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the look of that. Let's go for anything else. Maybe just stucco. That might be the way to go. Yeah, I think I like that better. Still not sure how close this color is, but it might be about as close as we get. And then all these are actually arches, even though I've said this already, but the game, we can't have rounded arches, right? They're rounded, so these are all squared off. But we just have to use our imagination. Oh, and what about woodwork, too? That's something else I just thought of. I wonder what the deal with woodwork is. Like floor trim, you know, stuff like that. That's a pretty lovely house. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Might be moving in someday, you know. I'm not in House Flipper, obviously, but IRL. Maybe. We don't know. Probably got another month and a half, 2 months before we know for sure. But the offer is there. Yeah, it's a cute house. And for being built in the 50s, it really is in pretty outstanding shape. Okay, it's starting to look like a house now, chat. It's actually starting to look like a house now. Maybe there are round frames for the doors. I already looked. Doesn't exist. Probably going to have to be a mod type of deal. Unless Frozen Way, I think they are now. They're not Frozen District anymore. Maybe they reverted. I don't know. But unless they decide to add those at a later date, I'm pretty sure that would be something that would have to be modeled in and done by somebody else. Okay, so this is all going to be parchment paper. Again, that's the wall color. Or as close to it as we can get. There are no lights. Also, the ceiling, where the walls meet the ceiling, is all rounded. It's like it's all rounded off. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's drywall. There's no trim up there. It's just round in these corners. Ooh, 69 likes. Nice. Nice. We had like up to 100 people in here at one point. I'm really surprised that that we don't have more likes, to be honest. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So if you haven't left a like, make sure to leave a like. It helps out the stream a whole bunch. A whole bunch. Okay, that looks pretty good. The kitchen is awful. The kitchen's atrocious, and it's going to stay atrocious for a long time because kitchen renovations are very expensive. And your boy and Oksana just don't have the kind of funds for that, especially after the purchase of the house. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to try to make it livable, though. I'm thinking, like, the cabinets are a lot uglier than these, even. And there are some up on the wall as well. But I'm thinking we just sand all these down. We paint them, maybe a light gray. I think that's kind of what Oksana's leaning towards. And there's some wainscoting. Comes up about yay high, but it's all brown, like this. So we'll probably paint that all the way around the kitchen. Paint the cabinets. Leave the countertop for now, because it's fine. Countertops are expensive anyways. But yeah, that's kind of the plan in here. So we'll see. Right now it's painted a really icky color. So I might just do the parchment paper in there as well. A paint room, like paint an entire room option could be good. Maybe that's something else that they could add later. But I could see these small spaces being a bit of an annoyance for some people. I don't personally care. Like that wasn't that challenging, but I could see people not really being down with the sickness on that one. This is another rounded archway. Right in through there. Oh, I gotta do the floor too. There's nice like hardwood floor everywhere, not this concrete stuff. I'll fix that. I will fix that. Ooh, okay. That is a spot that's kind of tricky. But your boy's got it, I think. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, all of that is chill. That's good. Yeah, let's just do the kitchen. Some tight spaces. Oh, and here's blue too. So we would probably, I would guess, we would probably paint this. It's like blue blue, like brighter than the sky blue, and it looks bad. No shame on the previous owner, though. No shame. Okay, that looks pretty solid. Maybe blue was their favorite color. We don't know. Wow, just by changing that, I think it already looks quite a bit better. Whoops, totally did that wrong. All right. Too much cream color! It's more about the texture than anything else, as long as it doesn't look like brick. Actually, Panopolis, you did just remind me, this wall should be partially brick. So from about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably got about a 4 block gap there. Not quite all the way up to the ceiling. Right about there. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 5. There is a brick fireplace right there, so I will leave that in. But it's almost flush with the wall. Otherwise, I would bring it out a little bit. So we'll just leave it. White, gray, and beige are so boring. You know what, Kane? No, I'm kidding. Kane, it's not done, dude. You can't be judgmental until it's finished, and then you can say whatever you want. All right, this room is... It's going to be like this. So we can copy that, but it's more of a brown. It's actually probably closer to this. And I think this room needs repainted ASAP. I don't like the color in here at all. But for the sake of this stream today, we're going to try to make it as accurate as possible. Like I keep saying. The ceiling might be different color in here. Ceiling could be white. Just to reiterate, in a lot of the rooms, yeah, that looks right to me. In a lot of the rooms, the walls, where the walls meet the ceiling, is curved with drywall all around the top. So like this room, dining room, kitchen, I don't think has it. The front entryway does have it. Hallway does not. So if you're gonna paint the whole room, you can't like stop at the ceiling line for rooms like the living room. You would have to paint the ceiling the same color as well. I talk with my hands a lot, don't I? It's a problem, okay? It's a problem. I'd say I'm working on it, but I'd be lying. All right, that is done. This probably has a different colored ceiling as well, so let's just get that out the way. The bathroom, they painted the ceiling the same color as the walls. And again, they didn't have to. There is no like rounded ceiling or anything. We'll come back to that room, actually. We'll come back to it. Okay, and then let's grab this color again. Nice. And still have to do the hardwood floor, too. Don't let me forget that. Or wait, this room was peach-ish. Not quite that peach, though. Let's just change the color slightly. I think this is probably closer to what it actually is. It's like just a slightly more pink tan or beige. So this is what the rooms are painted now. This isn't what we would be doing when if we move in. This is just how they look. So that room seems pretty good. What about this one? This one was maybe more of a gray. See if we can find more of a gray here. That looks pretty close. And this would be the master. Yeah, I'd say that's close. It's got a chair rail in the 2 bedrooms as well. I don't know if that's something that we can add, but I will most certainly try. We still got to change the wood types for all the window. We've got a lot of work to do yet. I really didn't think it would take us this long. But that's partially my fault, right? Okay. Yeah, that's aight. I think that's aight. So just the bathroom is the only room that we haven't painted yet. But I want to move to the floors first, I think. Just so we can get that out of the way. So, actually, it's in the tool we're already using. It's going to be this guy. Driftwood, huh? I don't know what... It's got, like, multicolor hardwood floor. I think it's using several wood types. Like, I don't think it's all oak or all chestnut or all birch or walnut, Stanley Yellnuts. I don't know what it all is, but it looks good, and that's what matters. It could be old yeller, old yellow wood. We'll see what has the best pattern, I guess. Or they all have the same pattern. That looks pretty close. Actually, that looks pretty close. It's got some lighter colors in there. It's got some darker colors. A little bit of gray. Let's try that. Hopefully it doesn't look like absolute garbage. Also, which direction is it being laid right now? That way. Okay, it's probably too skinny, so let's church that up a little bit. Just increase the size. Better. That is better. It does have skinny plank, though. It do be having a skinny plank. So all of this is hardwood. That is hardwood. This should be front entrance, same deal. Even the closet, even the front closet's hardwood. And to my understanding, it's original hardwood that has been refinished. So it's not new floor, but it's revitalized, you know? And then in here... Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is too yeller. Is it possible that this could be too yeller? Ooh, that's not it. We could do a stained wood. Something different. I'm just trying to go based off of texture, really. I don't know. I think it's probably fine. But no, I don't think it's fine. Here's what we're doing. This room, that has original flooring still, meaning it hasn't been refinished. All right. So out here, the house is very creaky, by the way. If anyone was wondering, very creaky. Out here, I think what we need to do is a custom plank. Because it is yellow, but it does have a good mix of colors. So let's choose, I think, chestnut. No, maybe elm. Let's go with elm. And then we can choose our color from there. I don't want to get too yellow. Those are way too yellow already. That's close. That might be the closest one. Let's see what that looks like. Whoops. Don't even know what I did there. I don't know. That is actually pretty close to what it looks like. Hang on, let's compare. I don't know if the line is that harsh in between the two. I don't think they look that different, but this color is quite a bit closer. I think. I don't know. I'll have to ask Oksana about all this when she gets home from work. See what she thinks. She's probably getting so sick of this. I mean, I already built this house on The Sims. She's like, "Oh, great! Now House Flipper 2's out. You're gonna build it on there too, huh?" I can't help it, you guys. I have a problem. It's who I am, you know? It's who I am. And then, ooh, we did find out, chat. Both of the bedrooms here, both the master and the other one, they have carpet right now, but underneath the carpet is the exact same floor that's in this room, because it's, again, not refinished. So this is what it would look like if we ripped up all the carpet and then we could refinish it to look more like these. There is a basement. Panopolis, if you're just joining us, there is a basement right down here. I'm not going to finish it today because it's unfinished IRL, so there's not really anything that we can do down there, but I did start the staircase. So we have that if at some point I want to finish it. But I am loving this. I am really loving this. So I think I'm going to put carpet in here for now. I'm guessing that they have carpet, right? Like a carpet type texture. Surely they would have carpets in here. Really? Is there actually not carpet, chat? Because that seems kind of dumb. That seems a little dumb. Yeah, you are able to dig out the ground, Panopolis. So much so that you can do this. And then you just spawn back in, but you're flying. So you just have to hit G and then you're chilling. But I had to do that because I wasn't aware that we could embed the concrete in the ground. So that's flush now with the ground. So is this. Everything's great. Also, chat, for those of you just joining us, this would be my office. If we ended up getting the house, this is where it would be. Out in the Gerard, dude. Get my very own window. Very spoiled. Very spoiled. But that would be it. That would be all the space that I get. But I think it's better than trying to build something in the house where I'm disturbing people at all hours of the day, whether I'm editing or recording. It's loud either way. So, you know, I'm just trying to be nice. Good to get the work life away from the house life. True, dude. Look at this commute. It's insane. Hang on. Let's do it let's do it for real, okay? I get up out of bed. This would be our master bedroom. This is my commute. And I'm here. That is a lot longer than it is now, okay? I just have to roll out of bed and into my office in the room just over. I'm gonna get my steps in, is what I'm trying to say. Your boy is gonna get his steps in. Okay. Carpet. Back to carpet, dude. I'm kind of big bummed that they don't have carpet. That seems really weird. Like, why wouldn't they do that? I think it's a very common item in houses, carpet. But it's not a thing. So, that actually makes my decision easier. We are going to imagine that we rip up all the carpet that's here and reveal the hardwood floor that is underneath, and we just refinish it on the spot to match the other stuff. And then over here in the other bedroom, we do the exact same thing. No carpet texture. It's weird. Yeah, carpet's going to be in a DLC probably. You're right. You're right. The carpet DLC. I can see it now. Can't wait. Yeah, I hope they don't lock carpet behind a DLC, dude. That would really suck. They've never done us dirty like that before, so we can hold out hope that they won't start, I guess. Right there needs to be changed. Right here, I think, was the same texture. Ooh, that looks really bad going down like that. Let's just change that. There we go. Okay. Cool. Bathroom was the last room, right? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I know there's no lights or anything. I'm just trying to get a basic outline done, and then maybe in future streams we can come back to it and try to finish it up. Or if Oksana and I don't end up getting the house, we can just delete it. Straight up, just delete it. And here's a lighter gray, so that's what I'm going to choose. We'll see. I didn't see any wainscoting options, but we probably have to get creative with that as well. Ooh, it's a bit darker than this. It's probably more like this. Yeah, that's closer. The gray's got to go in the bathroom. It's not a good look, but that's what's there, so that's what I'm doing. And they did actually paint the ceiling in here gray as well, even though they didn't need to. And then as far as the tile goes, let's change that surface again. I didn't see any decorative tile, really. I need hexagons, dude. We don't even have any hexagons. They have terrazzo, but they don't have hexagon tiles. Maybe we can change the pattern? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. That's better, but it's marble. And it just needs to be like white porcelain or ceramic. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Cut size, that's got to be as small as it can possibly be, and it's probably not going to be small enough. It's not, but it's close. It's like maybe 3 times as small as this. 3 times smaller than this. That'll do. And then how about we add in our sink finally? We'll see if we can actually do that. It's blue. Do they have a blue one? Change style. Can we make it blue? It's like a... It's like a blue like this, maybe? That seems pretty close. Ah, okay. So yeah, we did have to put up a wall in order to install the sink. That's too blue. That's like bright blue. That's not gonna work. I mean, it works, but let's just do this, and then we can change the style from here. Piece of cake, dude. Piece of cake. There we go. It's like a dull sort of almost chalky blue. That seems good. We're thinking they used to have a blue toilet too, but the toilet's actually new. So it kind of ruined the trifecta because they also had a blue tub. So back into here, let's find us a tub. Rub-a-dub-dub. I don't know what the differences between these two are. So I'm just going to go with this one. You know what? I don't know if I should. Because I can't make it blue. I could. I could figure out a way to make it blue. Right? Your boy's got this. Surely. We'll try to do the same thing. Okay, that works, but then we're going to have to change the outside. Faucet details? What the heck is all this, dude? Get out of town. Let's just go with blue again, right? I don't know. All right. The tub plumbing goes this way, so that's how I'm going to place it here. Now for this, I'm really hoping that we can change that. Okay, we can, but it needs to be blue. Oh, that looks really good though. Just has to be blue. So we need ceramic, we need no cut pattern, and we need our blue color that we've been using, which is going to be a little bit more difficult to find, I think. It's close. It's close. Maybe this guy? Oh, I did the non-dusty blue. Dang it, I had it right. I actually had it right. Should be this to match that, I think. Or is it a little lighter? Kind of having a hard time telling. Kind of having a hard time telling. We need this tool again. Change style. Oh, we don't even have that blue. It was this one. There we go. Faucet details. One more over. Okay. All right. We've got our blue sink. We got our blue tub. We are all blued up. That sounds weird. Remind me never to say that again. What? Pause. Now we need some subway tile. We could go ceramic again. Cut pattern. Do they have... I don't see subway tile in here. Right, it needs to look like a brick pattern. I mean, that's kind of close, but that's hardwood. Let's just go with this, because it's the closest. Hopefully it's not super small. Yeah, that's all right. You know what? I'll take it. Should we make it a little bigger? I think it needs to be a little bigger. I can't remember how to get to there. Let's try this. Yeah. Slightly better. Cool. All right, well that's the shower done. And basically it for the bathroom. I mean, there's not much else that we can do in a room like that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, don't forget to caulk the edges of that tub. Wouldn't want any leaks. Yeah, it checks out. Looks pretty good. I'm a fan. I don't love how I had to do this, but it's either that or have roofs clipping over top of one another, which also doesn't look that great. So I would rather have it look like that. But I mean, that's kind of it, chat. That's basically the house. Yeah, it do be coming pre-cocked. You're right there. That is basically the whole pad. I think we did good. I really think we did good. And I'm glad we actually got to like experiment with all these different tools and stuff. I think a lot of these, like, actually most of these here, these things with the exclamations on them, and probably everything down here are all going to be reserved for sandbox only. So we might only get to use like these few tools, maybe not even virtual walls, I don't know, in the story mode. But just to reiterate again, story mode Let's Play will start hopefully next Monday. Hopefully. If not, Wednesday. If not, Friday. Okay? I'm just trying to buy myself a little bit of extra time in case something crazy comes up. You never know. You really never know. But that's it. I think we kind of nailed this one. Just a rough outline. Got the inside mostly put together, I would say. But there's still plenty more work that we can do in a later stream. It has been far too long for me for today. So, I think on that note, chats, that's where we're going to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment. Help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.